The US military was just placed on high alert as a historic, jaw-dropping peace treaty is being finalized behind closed doors. Just hours after intelligence exposed a desperate Iranian plot to assassinate members of President's family in revenge for their fallen commander, the White House abruptly cancelled military leaves and prepared for an imminent massive bombing campaign. But instead of bombs dropping, a shockwave peace proposal just leaked from inside the regime, the Iranian regime. Iran is reportedly ready to surrender its highly enriched nuclear stockpile and open up the Strait of Hormuz. But still, critics inside the United States are warning that this is a trap. So today, let's get into exactly what this new deal is, why Iranians are celebrating, and why people inside of the United States are actually warning about the peace. Let's start with how this weekend started, because Washington was screaming something was about to happen before any of these peace terms actually went public. First, we had President Trump skipping a family wedding to stay in the White House. People started wondering what this meant. Then we had a report from CBS News saying that US service members were having their leaves canceled for the Memorial Weekend. US was likely preparing for a military action. We also had reports coming out of Pentagon saying that strike packages were being prepared to give the president more options in case there is no deal. And then, on Friday, news broke that Iran had been actively trying to assassinate Trump's family members. This was in retaliation for Trump assassinating Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian commander that Trump assassinated back in 2019. Take a listen to this report.
Trump was allegedly the target of an assassination plot by a suspected terrorist who was a member of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The trained Iraqi national who was taken into custody last week allegedly made a pledge to kill Ivanka and had a blueprint of her Florida home. This was in response to the killing of Iranian military chief Qasem Soleimani. A source telling the New York Post that the suspect said this, quote, "We need to kill Ivanka to burn down the house of Trump the way he burned down our house." According to the DOJ, the terror suspect has been behind attacks on multiple U.S. and Jewish targets. He was arrested and brought to the U.S. to face multiple terrorism-related charges. And one person is dead and
So that's the backdrop. The world was bracing for renewed strikes, and instead, on yesterday, we got 3 Iranian officials basically confirming that there's a deal that no one is expecting. And the details of this deal, well, no one has confirmed that either. Now, the first thing we need to understand before we get into all these details is that every detail that we are hearing is coming from Tehran. That's important because Iran wants to control the narrative, and the White House is kinda letting them do it because we're not really hearing anything from the White House. So, when you hear